meditation so we can just create a sacred place where I can offer you my truth, my understanding, some of my experiences, and Archangel Gabriel comes through. He always likes to talk to you, and that's how it goes. So as wherever you are, now the timeline will also apply to those who do #replay. So as we are together, we take a big breath and we exhale and relax our mind and our bodies. Relax our intentions and let go of anything that does not serve us at this moment. The sacred space is filled with golden light, golden yellow light of the highest intention. So as you listen to me and take in what you require, always know that it's based on your vibration and your intention. So I ask that Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel enter this sacred space with us to protect us and to allow the information that is required for you today. And if you are new to the group, I want to welcome you here. I am Katerina. I am an Ascension Life Coach, quantum healer, light language specialist, and do many things to help people to find clarity and understanding about their daily lives. I'm going to share with you what's been happening recently with the solar flares, the connections to our universe, to God. And remember, God is whatever brings joy to you, really. I have come into the new year with such more clarity and understanding, and I am a lot more at peace, and I certainly do mind my own business a lot of the time, because it's very important for you to understand that being human is the issue here. The humanity of who you are is what brings and downloads your universal messages with your intuition, right? Your higher self, your celestial team. When you find that quiet place, allow the information to come in, and the intention is to bring in what is that you require at this time. How are you speaking to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Because the reflection of your energy is placed around you. Always remember that. Okay. So I ask that your higher self is only permitted in this space. No other celestial team member is allowed. As a channeler and Ascension Life Coach, it is my responsibility to ensure that while you're in this space, it is safe for you to be who you are. And wouldn't you agree that's how we want everybody around us to feel, right? So let's just imagine that there's a swirling of energy around us of golden light that connects us to the highest intention of love and support. So as you take a breath in and you exhale out, drop your shoulders. Now I may bring in some tapping. So if you suddenly feel like doing this, and you feel like moving your hands, you're most welcome to do it, right? When we come together, when you come here with me, we are all contributing to the energetics that we are creating within this circle. You all have the ability and capability to know that you are offering something that cannot be seen most of the time. So this takes me to what's going on with the solar flares. Please say hi. Let me know that you can hear me well and all that stuff. So the solar flares have been coming in for the last week, but since January, when we moved into 2024, the solar flares have been increasing every hour of the day. Because what's going on is the timelines and the shifting of consciousness requires to change on our planet. And as light bearers, holders, channels, and all those things, you are required to continue to lift your vibration as much as you can every day. But it's really important that you still hold on to your humanity, that your humanity is what is changing here. There are many layers of dimensions on this planet, and there's actually 156 dimensions. But right now, the solar plexus and the solar flares are wanting to shift more of your underlining shadow work, your underlining doubts, your underlining issues of self-worth and self-love. These two things are different. You can have self-worth, but you may not love yourself enough, right? So the solar flares, or the energetics that are occurring right now, are asking you to look within yourself much deeper. Now, many of you, and I know for myself, 2023 was the year that I went really deep, as you know, and if you've been following me on my last video, you would have heard about it. But this deep-seated growth that I've experienced is because I have allowed my humanity to feel okay about it. And this is what's important for you, right? Now, the one thing that's really important right now, and remember, as I'm talking, I'm also preparing in the background for my light language to come through. Now, as always, you need to say yes to receive the light language, because it will go to where it's required in your space. Remember, we are layers and layers of energy, and we have the ability to go into the many layers to understand ourselves. So Simone, yes, so you're saying that the solar flares are good for us. Yes and no. Some people might be having a terrible time right now because of more work that's needed to shift the toxicity from your space. But then there are others who are a lot more peaceful and are receiving the goodness of the solar flares, right? Solar flares is just energy. These energies have been happening every day for a very long time. It's just that you become more aware of these energies because you have chosen to become more conscious of your self-awareness, right? Okay. Can you see it? You can now support me by sending stars. I don't know. I don't understand it myself. Hang on. Let me see. With these star things, I'm not sure how it works, but I know down on the screen on the phone, you'll see a star come on and all that stuff. Okay, so as I was saying, the solar flares is just another name for the energetic updates that are occurring within your own personal cycle of evolution, right? This evolution of light that's occurring on this planet and within your consciousness is a personal journey. What you may say is your truth may not be the truth for somebody else, right? So we all need to understand that no one is better or less than anybody. But right now with the solar flares, what is happening is it's occurring through our solar plexus, right? Hatalura raharim Hasautuk takhalarolaram. Halarariti salaramnaya. Halauktuk takharamna shaleri. Halautul marktaimna. Halaur salari. Hawamna laktahimna. Tushurutu rahamno shahaleya. Talarimna halaur naya. Now, when I speak in my light language, you might be speaking with me, and that's okay. The energetics of my light language come from Lyran. And what I've been doing over the years is ensuring that it just comes from that energy. Because as many of you know, my safety and who I'm connecting with is very important to me. So may you receive it with lots of love. So what it will do is it will help you to shake off some of the stuff that needs to come off your energy field. You know, like we're always shifting and moving, aren't we? The energy is flowing all the time. So right now, the solar flares are moving into our solar plexus. So you might get stomach pains or stomach aches. You might be feeling a little sick. You might have a lot more bowel movement, and this is what's happening with me. But the idea is it's stirring up your emotions so you can find the treasures within your clarity and understanding, right? It's about finding your power in your words and speaking your truth into being, and also taking responsibility of your actions and decisions. And this is really important right now because there are so many of us waking up to whatever you are deciding to understand. And so I'm inviting you to think about how you speak and your language and your grammar and how you are responding to everything, right? Now, these solar flares, if you're feeling a little sick, you're feeling, you know, I've been told a few people have been like vomiting, or, you know, for me, it's bowel movement. So if you're able to rest, have that quiet moment, drink lots of water, find new ways of helping your human body deal with the evolution of your light. Now, there's no right or wrong here, is there? There's no, you get to this level and you're better than somebody, or you get to this level and you know more than somebody. No, it doesn't work like that. You are on your personal evolution of light. And if you are here to shine your light around you, which you're pushing out around you, you are being an example to those around you as to how to find clarity and understanding and find solutions for your human life. Then what you're doing is you're opening up your crown, opening up your throat, so you can receive more clarity as to how you can speak your truth, being responsible and putting it into action. As you move up the ladder of your evolution, of your light, more things, okay, quote, more things that do not serve you will fall away from you. People, food, circumstances, where you are, what you're doing right now. You all know this, right? But the solar flares that we are receiving right now are going into your solar plexus because it's time to unravel your intuition into your own evolutionary process of understanding. Great, Tom. Yes, it'll see when we talk about energy. Great, Simone. That's great to know. Cigarette smoking, habit gone. Yay! Congratulations, Tommy. Our white kitty felt the energy and came to the computer to see what's going on. Yes, the Lyran energy that I hold. So, and halura la hora horakayana salahora humna halautoa sahalekti la haram. Tu salautuk takaraora rayimina laditaloramna. Halarata salesi halarum. Feel the energy of the golden light, the blue light within that golden light, washing away anything doubtful that you may have, anything that you're exacerbated about or frustrated about. These things that you're feeling is normal, okay? This is what I call shadow work. So that means you're going into where the light isn't seen and you're clearing your space so you can fill it up with light. And what that really means is when you bring in the light into your space, you're going to spotlight to things that are not working. This is the natural way of how things go. It's really your responsibility and your actions as to how you're going to respond and how you're going to allow this transmutation to occur through the body. Now, there's a lot of us who have agreed to transmute this energy through the physicality of our body. So there might be days where you're feeling really angry, or you might be days where you're just going to cry all day and you don't even know why you're crying. So you're letting go of grief and sadness, right? There's huge sadness and grief going on the planet anyway, empathically. So you're picking this up. The other thing that the solar flares and or the energetics, with your higher self wants you to know is don't give yourself away to too many people. It's okay to establish a privacy, to establish your own privacy. You don't need to tell everybody everything, especially on Facebook, right? These days, everybody puts everything on Facebook, If you feel that you need to be putting everything on Facebook, then look at why you need validation externally. Now, I'm not saying you can't post. What I'm saying is choose the day you do it. You choose the words on how you share it. Because it's really important that you don't give your energy away, especially this when you receive pure, clean energy from your higher self, from a high intentional, council or your celestial team, wherever it's coming from. Sometimes it's just for you to enjoy. Sometimes it's just for you to feel the peacefulness of it, the loving arms around you. Sometimes it's just for you to understand that you're on the right track, that you're being supported, and that you are being heard every time you express what is making you feel unsettled. If at the moment your energetic space is a lot quiet, what I mean is that your celestial team is a lot quiet, it's because they understand that you are capable of being able to be still for one moment and to understand why you feel a certain thing. Because if you've been working with your team consciously all the time, then what they're teaching you is not how to be codependent on it, because that will create physical addiction, right? And the idea is not to have physical addictions. It's to give us the ability to move through our energetic field or our everyday life without the need to justify what we're doing, right? If you're not in a peaceful place, may you find the peace, may you find the quiet time to journal your expression of how you're feeling so you can manifest the solutions that you need. Remember, being spiritual means being the best human being that you can be. Because you already have all the answers you need. You have all the tools that you need to have. It's just that we get in our own way as humans, right? We want things yesterday. And that's because the energetics are moving really quickly. They're moving really fast, and especially if you're doing a lot of work, right? A lot of healing. You can always ask your team, please slow it down. Just slow it down a little bit so I don't feel overwhelmed, right? So if you feel overwhelmed, just tap away. I feel wonderful. I feel worthy. I feel I am able to connect with my spiritual celestial team, and they will give me what I require in my day. Haunara Halarosalerakia Hamna Talotu Shalaraia, Halaranumnakta Kaitu Talorua, Tasalarine Hemna, Talakora Hafalaria, Tashalia Haramna, Talamal Hali Hanumna. So, how are you going? How are you feeling? Let me know. So we're just going to sit quietly for a minute. Shh. Quieten yourself down. Take a breath. Hello, Ramna. And feel into your solutions. You see, great. Yes, tap away. And you can use this tapping, right? You can use this tapping for anything, right? So let's see. Let's think about something. Think about something that's keeping you unsettled or frustrated or something like that, right? I'm going to use light language with the tapping, all right? Halara salikura talaranimna halafala salashaoram talatina hanam naktikaola halasalalia ramala Telutura taritia laramna halarada shikarata halarotura talani larura paratalika lamna saleri. So remember, it's really important that you don't give yourself away to too many people. I know personally that I only want to attract the people who have my highest good, who uplift me when we have conversation, and who are honest, right? And I have brought to me some beautiful souls. See, having boundaries is really important too, because as you move upwards into your evolutionary light, your layers of energy, there are things in the energy field that I don't even know what's in there. But I know enough to know there is a darkness which is trying to stop you from sharing your light. Now, the other day I was having a coffee with a friend of mine, and she just mentioned that she has a goal, right? And she feels that she's being stopped, that she can't reach her goal. So if this is happening for you right now, I just want you to know to keep going, push through. You're doing something right. When you are being stopped, when someone is trying to stop you, when the energies are trying to stop you, I want you to feel into this. You are doing something right. You are moving into your higher evolutionary light to find more clarity and understanding. The darkness doesn't want you to do, because that means you're going to start minding your own business and their energy will just come off you like Teflon. And this is what they don't want, right? You understand? So if there is a high intention goal that you want to create or do in your life, and you are finding obstacles right now, I don't want you to feel that you are a victim of these obstacles, because there may be treasures in these obstacles for you to just maybe step back a little bit and have a different view or perception about what's going on. Maybe it's your higher self protecting you from something. Maybe there is a different route to your goal. But boundaries are really important. Now, how did I get to understand that my boundaries are really strong? I signed up a client recently, and she said to me, after our conversation, I wanted to feel into your energy. And she said I couldn't do that. So I asked her how she felt about that. Now, the reason why she can't do that is because you need my permission to come into my space. I don't care how evolved you think you are. I don't care how much information you have. If it is not for the highest good, you can't enter, right? And this is okay to have. This is not an ego thing. This is not an attitude thing. This is a protection thing. Because the more layers you go up into, you're going to find that as there is light, there is dark. As there is high dimensional light, there is high dimensional dark. There needs to be balance. We live in a world where we need to balance both energies. So if you can flip your mindset and flip your idea about how you perceive these things, and not put yourself into the victim of it, and just say, okay, what is it that I can do today that can help me to bring clarity and understanding? And you might just find that your celestial team will bring somebody into your life just to have that little conversation, or just to have a heartfelt conversation, just to hear you speak. This is how they help you. This is how they help me. The other thing that these energies are also wanting you to understand, understand my words, is that sometimes what we can do, because we're empaths and we want to help people and we don't want to see people hurt or anything like that, we may take on their responsibility of owning up to something, and we might say, oh, I did it, just to help them. No. What you're doing is you're taking their power away to learn and be responsible for their decisions and actions. As empaths and light workers, and however you want to call yourself, we want to help as many people as we can. And you are helping as many people as you can, because you are understanding your own boundaries. You are understanding who you're bringing into your space and who you're excusing. Does that make sense? Hawanara nuluktu hara hawkaitila salarum hawador haramnal tua raktarinina salaurutu shalarum na haliktila hamna salo. There are big changes heading our way. And those who see visions in their sleep time will get some inclination. Take your time to investigate what those dreams are about. Don't automatically assume something, because you never know. This happened to me today. I was going through my news feed, and somebody I value and trust made a post about 15-minute cities and so on, and that's what my dream was about. So what my dream was, my vision was, I was in a city, and there was thousands of people, and they were all piling up. And then I saw a wall of people, and it collapsed. In this dream time, I was actually wanting to know where the bus was so I can come home, right? That's how. You got to see the humor in it as well. What else can I share? So your solar plexus are all about you tapping into your great pleasure of experiences. What brings you joy? What will bring your words into power that will bring joy to somebody else? See, the solar plexus is the chakra of Australia. And so Australia is going through this big change of speaking truth, having the ability to feel that we can all speak our truth. Halaramna salauruk to karim, halatikta shilauruk to salara halam nikaya, hanaumna salauruk to kalamaya. You see, in this, okay, I'm going to, I'm just going to say it. The spiritual community, the solar flares are also shifting through the spiritual community, quote unquote. There's a lot of false light going in through the spiritual community. The reason for that is you all want to see the truth. You all want to hear the truth. You all want to understand the truth that helps you to find clarity and understanding, right? So the spiritual community is going through the washer as well. Why would that be any different? Just because you're a reader or a coach, any of those things doesn't mean that you're better than somebody who doesn't do these things and goes to work every day. No. That's what's created the toxicity. That's why I am inviting you to think about when I say to you, mind your own business, stay in your own lane and get on with it. If there is any messages I get every day, this is what I get. Stay in your lane, beautiful. Work on what you need to do, beautiful. You're doing a great job, beautiful. Trust yourself. Get out of your own way. You are supported. Halarum nasalaria. You are truly loved. Halaharum naktakia. In your moments where you cry and you just don't have the answer, take a breath. Do a little bit of tapping. I will find the answers to what I need to know today, as I am a loving being of light, and I acknowledge and love my own darkness because I need to be balanced in this world. Halarumna, halarekte hasa sharutu, halarumna lekte karim, halartura mara, halaratala kora, halasalarumna. I am inviting you to come to understand how beautifully unique each of you are. The world is going through a major cleansing. And why? Because you as a light worker have come here to understand your own humanity so you can remove and unravel the layers that are toxic to you. So externally it's been played out. You have discernment as to what you're going to listen to. You have discernment as to what you're going to say. But the universe, the galactic system, the angelic system can see your loving heart, can see how hard you're trying, and asking you to just step back a little bit. Your celestial team watch over you every minute of the day. It applauds you when you find or discover a treasure that you've been looking for. It has a celestial party with ching ching and celebrating you when you have your aha moment and they go, finally, she got it. Finally, he's got it, right? There are days where I get upset. There are days where I get sad too, but I am using my tools to move myself out of the victim of it and to find the answers that I need. So I open my heart to those who wish to have a conversation with me. Within that conversation, there are always treasures. Right? Halaram nasalahu rakhanim halaktiyaur khara hararam shalari hamnakta khawaba laura halaram nahenikia tasalora halarotu shalorum. It's okay. It's okay. I'm inviting you to think about this. It's okay to have others be responsible for their actions. It's okay. As an empath, you can't solve all the problems. We're not here to solve all the problems. We're certainly not here to save anybody. But what we are doing is we are showing ourselves as an example of how you are an example of how you find clarity, how you find understanding about any situation in your life. You are an example of how bright your light is shining. But you are also an example of how you respond and treat yourself through the dark times. Because you can't have light without dark. And within the spiritual community, there are those who don't want to talk about the dark, which is creating imbalance and toxicity. A seed needs the dark to be cradled within the earth so it can grow, right? You go to sleep and you switch the light off because the darkness holds you and gives you comfort for that time. Your own darkness wants you to listen. Your own darkness wants to be heard. Because sometimes it can see something that you can't see. Because it wants your light to shine its light. It wants you to shine your light on it so you can find a solution. Think of it these way, right? Everything that I give you today is I'm inviting you just to think about it, feel into it, sit with your team, ask your questions. They all know who I am. Yes, Peggy. 2023, I went down into the layers of my own darkness. And I know I've said this before and I will share it again. I went down into the I went into my own dark of dark. And I thought I knew what that was. Well, anyway, the point I'm trying to tell you is when I confronted my own darkness and embraced it and loved it and heard it and listened to it. Now, we have a lot more balance with each other. That means I'm not triggered a lot. That means I'm a lot more peaceful. That means that if someone's yelling at me, I am now able to sit there and understand that most of the time it's their own projection, not mine. This experience has brought me closer to God and closer to light. It has actually brought me closer to Jesus, of all things, right? I'm not religious. I don't go to church. I'm not any of those things, but I have become closer to God and closer to Jesus and that energy, right? Because it brings peace to me. But the most unlikely tool ever that I've ever experienced, which I'm going to share with you, is that my own darkness showed me how to not be afraid of it. When we are feeling afraid as light workers, beings of light, star seeds, however you wish to call yourself, what you're doing is you're afraid of looking into your own light. That's right. It is your own light that you are afraid of. Because within your own light there is courage, strength, power. There is understanding, clarity. There is, now I know. So you have nothing to cling on to once you know, right? It brings inner peace. The one thing that I'm very grateful about right now is that I don't care about the dramas. And I say that with so much understanding. And this is your journey, right? This is the ascension journey. There are many also who are frustrated, angry, and are expressing this to the universe. That's okay too. You're allowed to do that. You got to take responsibility of that. And then you got to take responsibility of finding the solutions that you can have for yourself. Take a breath. There are big things coming this year that are the beginning of big shifts for this planet and humanity. So, halorana karomne lia. So may my light language bring you relief. May it bring you peace. May it help you find your solutions and your answers. May my truth help you to find your own truth. May my truth trigger you to look for your answers. Because I will trigger some people. Because some people trigger me. But I'm grateful for that because it teaches me how to find more solutions and answers to my questions. It brings me closer to my own peaceful heart. The heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, I know might be obvious for some, but they are being shifted and moved. It can either be an earthquake or a tremor. It can either be a tsunami or waves. Learn how to ride the waves. You are the change. You are the shift, energetic shift on this planet. When you unravel something and bring an aha moment, you're creating a wave of understanding that then it goes into the human consciousness for others to feel and learn from. That's what you're doing. Your own ascension is about how you're going to teach yourself how to get on your surfboard and surf that wave. A little bit Australian slag there. So I'm inviting you to think about what I've said, how I've said it, Take it or leave it. Love me or not. But I love you. Thank you for being in my group. If you wish to learn more about your light language and activate it, let's have a session together. Remember, I'm Be Your True Self. I have a business and so on, right? I am a Ascension Life Coach. I am a divine space holder and a quantum healer. But just so you know, for those who are new, I work on myself every day. I have always listened to my own intuition, and it took me to where I am today. So if anything today, leave here feeling that you are a beautiful example for somebody else who wants to change. You are the beautiful light that God has given to this world. Halaurum nahlekdahlik dora, hasalaurum nahlayamna. So as we end this sacred space of understanding, may your day be filled with everything that you need. May your night sleep be peaceful and knowing. Wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for being here with me today. Next time, my celestial team are wanting me to have a live about the dark side of the ascension, because I'm one of the people that can talk about these things without guilt or anything of those things, right? So much love to you all. Please let me know what you thought of this today. How do I help you? I'd like to know. Put a post in this group and let everybody know how you're being helped. How do you feel? Because somebody else will benefit from it as well. Halarumna liktiala, hasao shaurum naktaham, halao rahalia, halariktina hamna salao. Until next time, remember, be your true self.